We are back with some breaking economic data.
Inflation came in up 0.3% for the month of January, 3.1% year over year. Here to walk us through these numbers and, of course, let you know what they mean for you, we've got NBC Business and Data correspondent Brian Cheung and NBC's senior business correspondent Christine Romans. Good morning to both of you.
So, Brian, first of all, walk us through the inflation numbers and how they compare with the previous month and just what we've seen over the past year.
Yeah, well, 3.1%, but what does that mean in context to numbers that we've seen in the past? So that 3.1% figure, by the way, that's a yearly figure. So the change in prices overall between January of this year and January of last year. And that is a little bit of a slowdown from the 3.4% pace we had seen in the December to December period. But you have to remember, economists have predictions on what they could see this number being. They expected this number to be 2.9%. So from that perspective, prices didn't slow down as much as economists had thought. One reason is perhaps shelter inflation, the cost of just putting a roof over your head on a monthly basis. That increased by 0.4%. We did also see food prices increase by 0.4% during the month. And then we also saw energy prices decline. So that did help a little bit because of the price of gasoline going down by about 3 cents per gallon. So that decreasing by almost 1 percentage point between the month. But again, overall, this report a little bit hotter than economists had expected.
Christine, what stands out to you here and what's it say about our economy?
You know, it's a little frustrating because you want these inflation numbers to come down. The Fed would like to see 2%. We're still at 3.1%. Yeah. So this is cooling inflation. That's good, but it's still hotter than I think the Fed, policymakers, and frankly, all of us who go shopping would like to see. One way to look at this also is that prices are cooling, inflation is cooling, but prices remain still elevated. When you go back 4 years, you got prices, consumer prices are up like 20% from where they were 4 years ago. So I think when people go and buy stuff, you know that you're still paying more. So we tell you inflation is cooling. This is certainly cooling from the December level, but at the same time, it's still been 4 years of higher prices, and that's frustrating. I would say frustrating, yeah. And we have more months. It's going to be a bumpy ride to get inflation back down to 2%.
So, Brian, you already gave us a little bit of a category breakdown there. I mean, what are just the things that are really still driving what we're seeing? Are there areas where we're seeing just, much lower inflation?
Yeah, well, I mean, let me translate some of these percentage changes just into the prices that you see at the store. And this underscores some of the frustration that Christine was just talking about that Americans are still feeling, right? Okay, yeah, we're talking about rates of change, but the number that I see on those price tags are going up. Let's take a look at eggs. This is comparing to January of last year, $2.51. It's about the same right now, $2.52. So not quite as bad as the egg apocalypse that we saw. Remember when eggs were like $5 a dozen? Gasoline prices did decline a little bit, as I mentioned, so $3.35 for all types averaged out. We did see milk prices decline a little bit. It used to be over $4, now just a smidge under that at $3.96. And then bread, that has been increasing over time, $2.02, now about $2.03. So, when you look at the overall picture, actually the prices aren't all that different than they were a year ago. But again, they're not declining substantially. And I think that maybe explains some of the psyche as Americans are looking at these numbers and going, you know what? It's not cheaper than it was. And if my wages aren't keeping up, that's going to be a problem for my overall household finances.
Christine, a moment ago, you mentioned not only is it not what we want to see, it's not what the Fed wants to see. What do we think when it comes to rates?
I mean, I think you're not going to see rate cuts anytime soon here, because you still have elevated inflation. Probably in the summer, we'll start talking about when the Fed can start cutting interest rates again. I do think what's important about the inflation story is just the build-on effect of higher prices month after month after month. And I think you can see that frustration in some of the polling. Consumer sentiment has been improving a little bit. Also, there's a lot of talk now about companies have been passing on higher labor and higher ingredients costs. And when will it be peak inflation saturation for consumers? A lot of the fast food companies noticed last week that their foot traffic was down because people want cheap stuff. They don't want to pay higher prices. So they can't keep raising prices indefinitely because I think the consumer has hit peak frustration with higher prices.
Brian, quickly here, people are worried about their bills. They're worried about their loans. What does this all mean for that?
Yeah, well, again, this is a reminder that because we're still talking about a positive number in terms of the inflationary figures, that prices are going to continue to go up. And policymakers just hope, to Christine's point, that they can get that pace to come down. But the goal is not to get prices to go down overall, which means that from a budgeting standpoint, people are still going to be spending a lot of money. We have to remember credit card borrowing rates are high. Managing debt is going to be a big part of that household finances story in the months to come.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.